Okay, so this video is to let you know whether or not your third eye is really open. I am saying this because there was a time when I thought mine was open, but it really wasn't. I knew it was open when I began having visions, and that happened after I did ayahuasca. That was when the lid was blown completely off. But when I began meditating, that was when it began cracking. And I'm talking about the calcification that is on your pineal gland. When you start waking up and you're meditating, and if you've had a really bad headache, and if you have heard the cracking in your own skull, that was the spiritual part of it, but there was a physical part of it too, because you had a really bad headache. Okay, so that's the beginning. When you start meditating, and if you are meditating the correct way, that is something that will happen. That is part of the spiritual awakening. It is the very first shakening, I believe, spiritually, that I can remember. That was the very first shakening, when maybe a week or two after I began meditating, and I heard the cracking in my head, and I had a really bad headache, like a migraine headache, I'll say. It was like unbearable. That was the cracking, okay? So when I went to Peru about 6 or 7 months later, that is where I purged it open completely. I blew the lid off. I blew the top off. And I remember when it happened because it felt like a corner. Nothing physically came out, but when I was purging, it felt like a corner of something. And I always wondered what it was. Now I know what it is and what it was. So that is how you know your pineal gland, your third eye, is really open. You can't detox a spiritual cleansing. You can't clean up your spirit with a detox. A detox is for the body. Purging is for the spirit. So you need to be purged to blow the lid off so that your third eye is truly open, because when it is, you have visions. You have visions. Okay, so that's how you truly know if the third eye is open. No more guessing.